Welcome back to TechVerse Reviews 321, your hub for the latest tech reviews and comparisons. In today's video, we're diving deep into Chromebook versus Windows in 2025. Which one gives you the best value, performance, and features this year? Number 1 Chromebook Review. A detachable keyboard makes this too. In 1 Chromebook Ultra Flexible, get it for almost half price. TLDR, this new, open-box Asus Chromebook CM30 2024 is a detachable 2-in-1 with touchscreen, stylus, and all-day battery. Yours for just $169.99 with free shipping. Sometimes your laptop is all business. Other times, you just want a tablet you can curl up with on the couch. The Asus Chromebook CM30 lets you do both without juggling multiple devices or blowing your budget. At just $169.99, reg. $329.99 with free shipping, this 2-in-1 detachable Chromebook is designed to adapt to whatever your day throws at you. Pop on the full-size magnetic keyboard when it's time to tackle emails, spreadsheets, or writing projects. Detach it, and suddenly you're swiping through a bright 10.5 Wuxka touchscreen in tablet mode. The included garaged push-pop stylus that charges quickly and stores neatly inside the device makes notes, sketches, and signatures feel effortless. It's powered by a MediaTek Companion 520 processor with 8GB RAM and 128GB eMMC storage, plenty for multitasking, video calls, or streaming. Add in Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.3, and you're looking at seamless connections at home, school, or on the go. And because a device this portable needs to keep up with you, the CM30 delivers up to 12 hours of battery life. Whether you're working from a coffee shop or catching up on a flight, you'll get through the day without scrambling for an outlet. Durability matters too. This Chromebook sports a military-grade aluminum chassis with 30% recycled materials, lightweight but tough enough to survive life in a backpack. Dual 5MP front and rear cameras make video calls and quick snaps easy, and the included stand cover keeps everything secure whether you're typing or swiping. A new, open-box item is a product that has never been used but may have been removed from its original packaging for display, inspection, or return, so you get essentially new condition at a lower price. Oh, and since it's Chrome OS, you'll enjoy fast boot-ups, automatic updates, and easy access to your favorite apps. For those hunting for a laptop that's powerful enough for gaming, creative work, and fast multitasking, this MSI laptop deal is for you. As of August 28th, the MSI Thin 15.6-inch 144Hz FHD gaming laptop has dropped to $759.99 at Amazon, marked down from its usual $899.99 list price. That's a 16% discount, and according to tracker Kamelkamelkamal, that's its lowest price ever. At the heart of the Thin 15 is the 13th Gen Intel Core i7-13620H processor, designed to give you a performance boost whether you're gaming, working, or streaming. Paired with 16GB of DDR4 memory and a fast 512GB NVMe SSD, it promises snappy response times and enough storage for your key apps and titles. For graphics, MSI has gone with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050. Built on NVIDIA's Ada architecture, it supports ray tracing to render lighting and reflections closer to how they behave in real life. Whether you're jumping into demanding modern games or using creative software, it should have more than enough punch. The laptop also sports a 15.6-inch FHD display with a 144Hz refresh rate, aiming to continuously keep gameplay smooth and responsive. Altogether, that means you'll be able to dive into hit titles like Fortnite, Valorant, and Cyberpunk 2077 with ease. Combined with Wi-Fi 6E connectivity and the latest Windows 11 Home, the package feels modern, sharp, and future-proof. Despite its gaming credentials, the design gives off an understated vibe. The Thin 15 is built for portability, so you can just as easily take it to a coffee shop for work as you can plug it in at home for a marathon gaming session. MSI's intelligent technology also helps with system optimization, keeping performance balanced without endless manual tweaking. At just $759.99, this is one of the best value gaming laptops you can get right now. It's rare to find an i7 paired with RTX 4050 graphics and a high refresh screen for under $800, so if you've been holding out for a deal, this could be the upgrade worth grabbing. The MSI Thin 15 isn't the only portable system we're a fan of. We've got a huge roundup of the best gaming laptops you can grab right now in 2025. We've also got a list of the best gaming laptops with NVIDIA GPUs this year, too, if you're the type of gamer who's exclusive to certain graphics cards. Number 2 Windows Laptop Review. Microsoft Windows is among the most popular desktop operating systems. It enjoys a healthy 71.8% market share, meaning that approximately 7 out of 10 computers globally are a Windows PC. A big reason for this is the extremely wide compatibility of Windows. It can be installed on old computers with modest hardware, and the software availability is also much better compared to its counterparts. There are several programs that are exclusive to the Windows platform, so if you're a student or you work in a particular sector, chances are that the apps your organization uses are only available on Windows. Despite Windows being so popular, there are a bunch of Windows 11 features that most people probably don't know about. While power users and enthusiasts may be aware of various features that can improve the experience on Windows, there are some lesser-known functions that also add immense value when using a PC daily. Microsoft doesn't really advertise these features, so they may have flown under the radar. So, we thought of making more Windows users aware of them, as they can save a considerable amount of time or even make your workflow a lot smoother. Some of them even improve the security of your computer. From copying text from your images on the Windows Photos app to rolling back to an older update if you're facing issues, here are some unpopular yet extremely useful Windows features that you can use to make the best out of the OS. Shake the title bar to minimize all apps. If your work involves a lot of research and referencing, chances are that you have multiple windows of different apps open at the same time. This makes the screen appear cluttered. At times, you may only want to view and focus on a particular window. In such cases, minimizing every single window can be time-consuming, especially if you have several programs open at the same time. Thankfully, Windows 11 has a sweet little feature called Arrow Shake that lets you minimize all other apps while only keeping the one you need in the foreground. To do this, grab the title bar of the window you want to keep on your screen and shake it with your mouse a few times. If it doesn't work, move your mouse vigorously a few times. You'll see that all other apps and programs on your screen will automatically get minimized. Only the window that you shook will remain on the screen. If this doesn't work, ensure the feature is enabled by navigating to Settings, System, Multitasking, and enabling Title Bar Multitasking. An extremely underrated feature of Windows that is absent from most other desktop operating systems is a clipboard manager. Let's say you want to copy and paste multiple items from different sources. Usually, one would first copy from a single source, paste it wherever required, and then move to the next source to copy from there. This is both time-consuming and tedious, especially if you're copying elements from several different sources. That's where the Windows clipboard comes in handy. Every time you copy something, Windows stores the entry in the clipboard. So if you want to copy 5 different items, you can simply copy them one after the other without pasting each item. When it's time to paste, hit the Windows plus V keys instead of the usual Control plus V shortcut to bring up the clipboard. Then, select the piece of text or image that you want to paste. Press the key combination once again to launch the clipboard, and then select the subsequent items to paste. Users who frequently copy and paste will truly appreciate this feature. You can also pin frequently used items in the clipboard, such as your address, phone number, and email ID. It's a super useful feature that's also coming to the latest iteration of macOS. Let's go back to the previous example of how some users may have multiple windows or instances of an app open on their screen at once. While it's the ultimate dream for multitaskers to open and use as many windows as they can, it starts looking cluttered after a point. Depending on how big your monitor is, you may need to focus on certain windows to carry out a task. For instance, to edit a document in Microsoft Word, You first have to activate the window and then click inside it to navigate to a certain spot in the document. Earlier, this was a two-step process since you first had to find and click on the program's window to activate it. With the latest iteration of Windows 11, the first step has been eliminated. All you need to do is simply hover your mouse over any of the open windows to activate it. Then, slide your mouse cursor into the app and perform the desired action. As soon as you're done, you can hover the cursor over a different window, and that will get activated. This particular action can substantially reduce the time taken to switch between active apps, especially for those who often switch between different windows. Auto-lock your PC when you step away. This one's a favorite among those who often leave their desk, be it at their workplace or home office. By default, every Windows PC is configured to go to sleep and lock the screen after a certain time interval. Typically, it takes around 5 to 10 minutes on laptops and slightly longer on desktops. However, what if your work involves going around the floor to talk to colleagues or supervising the work done by your peers? In such instances, it's dangerous to leave your PC unlocked and unattended, as anybody can access your files and accounts. You can manually lock your PC from the Start menu, but that's too much work if you're going to be doing it multiple times a day. Thankfully, Windows 11 lets you automate this process with a simple hack. Head to Accounts, Sign-in Options, and turn on Dynamic Lock. You will be asked to link your smartphone to your PC and connect it via Bluetooth. Once done, your smartphone will be added as a trusted device. Then, when you walk away from your PC with your smartphone, the computer will automatically lock. This is super useful if you frequently leave your desk. Just ensure your smartphone stays in your pocket, or you pick it up when leaving. Use Find My Device to locate your PC. All the laptop users out there will certainly appreciate the Find My Device feature on Windows 11. As the name suggests, it's a way to track your laptop in case you end up losing it or leaving it behind in a coffee shop. Once you enable the feature from the Privacy and Security section, your PC will store its last known location when it's connected to the internet. Ideally, this is an excellent feature for those who have a laptop with eSIM compatibility. This way, the laptop stays connected to 5G or LTE all the time, so it keeps updating its live location in real time. Even if you have a standard laptop that can only be connected to Wi-Fi, heading to your Microsoft account on a web browser lets you track the last known location of the laptop. So if you were working in a coffee shop and left it there, you would be able to view the location to go and retrieve it. This is also useful if you have a gaming handheld or a tablet running Windows. These are smaller devices that are easier to forget, so make sure you enable the setting on them. Control volume levels on a per-app basis. Whether you have a laptop with a large and bright screen or a desktop connected to a nice and big monitor, watching content on your PC is definitely more enjoyable compared to watching it on a smartphone or tablet with a smaller display. Apart from a larger real estate for viewing, laptops also generally have larger and better speakers with superior bass and treble. This is simply because there's a lot more space in a laptop to fit speakers compared to smaller devices. That said, you may not want to use those speakers at max volume for app notifications and system alerts. You certainly don't want your ears to be startled every time a coworker sends you a message. To tackle this, Windows 11 has a built-in volume mixer that lets you assign per-app volume levels. So, for instance, if you generally watch your content via the Chrome browser, you can set the speaker volume to 100%. Similarly, reduce the volume for other apps like Slack or Microsoft Teams to the desired value. You can also change the input and output devices for audio on a per-app basis, which is an impressive level of control. You can access this page by going to Settings, System, Sound, Volume Mixer. Copy text from screenshots. How many times have you taken a screenshot and wished that you could copy its contents directly from the image? This use case is quite popular, especially if you take a lot of screenshots that contain links, articles, reports, or other such text-heavy items. Earlier, you would have to either manually type the contents again or use an optical character recognition (OCR) app or website that would either work well or not work at all. With Windows 11, you now get a built-in tool that can extract text from your screenshots directly within the Photos app. How cool is that? Open any image, not just screenshots, on your PC using the Windows Photos app. Then, select the text recognition symbol in the toolbar at the bottom of the screen. Now, the app will look for pieces of text and highlight them for you. Select the required portions just like you would from a document. You can then copy the text with the standard Ctrl+C keyboard shortcut. If you wish to select all the highlighted text, press Ctrl+A on the keyboard. This is helpful when copying articles, essays, and emails. Use passkeys instead of passwords. One of the greatest improvements in the world of security in recent years is the introduction of passkeys. Along with the fact that you no longer have to remember long and unique passwords for all your online accounts, passkeys also make the login process smooth and seamless by using the built-in biometric authentication on your device. For instance, you can upgrade your passwords to passkeys on a phone, after which the phone's fingerprint sensor or face scanner becomes your password. Every time you want to log into a service, you can use your biometrics for authentication. This way, only the person with the phone i.eu can access your accounts. This super helpful feature has also made its way to Windows. If you go to Accounts, Passkeys, you can set up the apps and services on your PC that can use your biometric authentication to log in. Once enabled, you can use Windows Hello on your laptop or desktop to sign in. This includes fingerprint scanners or even webcams that support Face Unlock. If your computer lacks any of that hardware, you can also simply use your PC's PIN to log into a service. Make sure you set it up now to make your life easier. Arrange windows with keyboard shortcuts. Most people use a mouse or trackpad to reposition program or app windows. But what if we tell you there is a more efficient way of going about this task using a keyboard? Windows 11 lets users control the behavior of program windows using different keyboard shortcuts. If you're a power user managing multiple windows at once, this trick saves time spent repeatedly moving your hand from keyboard to mouse and back. Once you're in an app, use the Windows plus right/left arrow keys to snap the window to the left or right portion of the screen. Typically, you would have to hold the menu bar of a window and drag it to the left/right to do this. Similarly, using the Windows plus down arrow shortcut minimizes a window, while using Windows plus up arrow maximizes it. Once you start using these shortcuts regularly, you will appreciate how they improve your workflow when juggling multiple apps and windows. Remove unwanted objects from an image. With the onset of AI in smartphones and other consumer-grade products, one of the most popular features advertised by brands is object removal from photos. You can use AI to remove unnecessary elements in your pictures, eliminate photo bombers from the background, and clean up images by removing objects and artifacts. This feature has now made it to Windows 11 as well, specifically the Photos app on Windows. Once you open an image, select the Edit option inside the app. Then, choose the Generative Erase option. Your mouse cursor will now turn into a brush that you can use to select the unwanted portions in your image. 63. Use the toolbar on the right to adjust the size of the brush. Then, highlight the section of the image you want to erase. As soon as you do that, the Photos app will remove it and fill the gap with a generative image, making it seem like nothing was there before. It does a fairly good job, although nothing comes close to Samsung's generative edit feature at the moment. Still, for a tool that you can quickly access on your PC, it's quite useful. Check per app battery stats. Windows laptops don't necessarily have great battery life, except if you're using a laptop running on the Snapdragon X Elite platform or other ARM-based SoCs. This is because chips from Intel and AMD that use the x86 architecture are power-hungry and generally end up chewing through the battery in a couple of hours. Nonetheless, if you want to conserve your laptop's battery when traveling or commuting, there are a few tips you can use. One of them being checking the battery stats of your laptop and figuring out which app or software is consuming more power. Once you identify the culprit, you can either end the task or disable/uninstall the app if it's not an important one. Oftentimes, several apps run in the background that we may not even be aware of. These apps continue to consume resources, thus draining the battery rapidly. So it's a good idea to head to Settings, System, Power, and Battery usage every now and then to check which apps are draining your laptop's battery. You can also use this on your Windows tablet, convertible, gaming handheld, or just about any portable device running Windows. Improve your productivity with Focus Mode. Staying focused when working can be a daunting task, especially in today's day and age, where we're constantly bombarded with notifications from social media and messaging apps. It only gets worse if you've linked your smartphone to your Windows PC, since all the notifications from your smartphone will be mirrored on the PC as well. If you think you're frequently getting distracted, Microsoft has introduced a focus mode to help you concentrate on work while keeping distractions at bay. Think of it as a Pomodoro timer of sorts, combined with a Do Not Disturb service. Once enabled, focus mode shows a countdown timer for the set duration on the screen, while hiding notifications, banners, badges, and any other distracting elements on your PC. This way, you can completely focus on the task at hand. Once the timer runs out, your PC will be back to normal. Since you can use focus mode in bursts of 20 to 30 minutes, it's effective yet not too intrusive. If you have the attention span of a goldfish and want to improve it, try using the focus mode from time to time, and you'll see that it genuinely makes a difference to your productivity. You also don't feel overburdened since you work for multiple short intervals instead of one long session. Roll back a feature update. Among several issues that plague Windows, random and incomplete updates would pretty much be at the top of everyone's list. You may have observed that on several occasions, your PC suddenly starts updating without prior notice. While that is already annoying, what's worse is that a lot of times, these updates do more harm than good. Sluggish performance and poor battery life are just some issues that users may face after a Windows update. If you're one of them, Windows has a handy feature that lets you roll back an update and move to the previous version on your PC. That wraps up our 2025 comparison of Chromebook versus Windows. Which one would you choose this year, Chromebook or Windows? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to TechVerse Reviews 321, and help us reach our goal of 10K subscribers and 1,000 watch hours.